Hey yo everybody, it's Gamer from TheGameCoop. Today we're playing FTB Oceanblock. We're back in the ocean. And sprinkling a bit. Oh yeah. I was working on our upstairs a bit. Trying to think what I wanted to do with it. For now, it's rainy. Ooh. Ocean chicken. Alright. OMG. A turtle made it to the water. Jeremy! And now we got a slime and a chicken in the boat as well. Alright, great. Fabulous. There seems to be a lot of free-roaming chickens right now. You there. Polar bear mask old. Okay. Any other free-roaming chickens about? Seems to be a chicken inside the house. Ye gods, there was. House chicken, you've left us an egg. We'll leave you alive. For now. Okay. So hello. What are we doing today? Couple things. We want to try to get that reactor going. Let's ramp up power a little bit. We're doing fine right now. Of course, our lapidary dynamos have run empty. But we've got lots of power in the ultimate energy cube for now. I've revamped it somewhat. I've got a flux plug coming off of this into a point and a plug on this. And we've actually got two networks. We've got generators, and we've got the regular network. So this will be the things that use it. This will be the things that make it. And, oh, if we take a little peeky peek in here. See, we've basically got one of those on the wind stuff that's outside, which we have made slightly larger. Got the sort of chimney of windmills. Very nice. I've encased it in skystone block because it's rather pleasant looking. Ugh, the rain though. I'm not sure what I want to do with the walls here. I was thinking of doing walls so it's not as substantial as the bottom, but then you sort of have to do panes. But then I wanted a light source, and the luminous glass is really, really nice for that. But it just doesn't fit at all, you know. It really doesn't. And unfortunately there aren't luminous panes. Wouldn't that be nice? Can we sleep? No. 'Tis noon, or near enough. Maybe 1. Chicken, I must warn you, this entire area of the forge is made of lava. You may be fascinated by it, like a moth to the flame, but I suggest against it, if you know what's good for you. Right, where were we? What were we working on? Reactors. I also want to do some networking stuff. This might be quite nice, eh? Let's see, what does it take to make one of these? We can totes make it. Let's get it all prepped and going. Of course, we'll need a transmitter as well. It's basically just the other side of things. We'll need to make something else as well. This part of it is done. There's the receiver. And then the transmitter will need to make a couple more parts, like I used up in this one. EGOTs. Wait. Transmitter. Yes. So we now have a receiver and a transmitter. Wonderful. But we'll need a little bit something extra. We'll need the linking, the network card. Where is it? You? Network card. We've learned a new thing we must teach. Paper. Pap. Pip, pap, papier. We've also upgraded to a netherite crafter, because we were getting a lot of recipes. In fact, we've redone these. They're no longer in the energizing orb. Because now, since we've made each of them, They're actually just essence. Oh, very nice. And I've been AFK a bit while they've been growing. And sure enough, we didn't have access to this side. I also added some obsidian seeds, and silicone seeds because eventually we'll run out of the 2000 or whatever we've got in the drawer over there. And I just can't be bothered to fix it. So when we run out, we'll teach it, hey, you can use it from this. Also, I've put a emerald upgrade in every single one of the essence ones for some reason. My god, so much. But yeah, it'll serve. I also have some ideas about what we want to do here. I'd like to expand our essence creation quite a bit, actually. So I've got an idea there. We'll see if we get to it or not. Because while we're doing okay, it could be better. We've got one insanium block, which is pretty insane. But it could be better. It could be better, you know? I've just left these off for the most part because most everything that we want out of that process we now have. And we have like a seed version of, which is not, you know, the best, but fine? Question mark? But initially I want to put some wireless here because I want our network outputting rubies and sapphires over to these to just endlessly produce a little bit of power. It's about 300%, right? Instead of 2. It's like 160 each, something like that, give or take. Cool, network card. We now know how to do the paper. Refined network card. Por favor. And pow. There we go. Gloriously. Now, I don't remember which one is which. One goes on one side and one goes on the other side. That's just how it is. I want to say the transmitter is... Nani? Yes, I have made those things. I see. But we'll probably slam it down here. Like maybe, over here someplace? Like right here? Yeah, and this gets the network card for the receiver. And then we can put many in a line if we are so inclined. But this will go right here? Question mark? Seems good. But of course it's connected to nothing because we have to be like, hey, bonk. This one right there. And then we'll take it over here. That was supposed to be a down. Up is down, down is up. 20 blocks. Now that will use some more power. And the system is a little power hungry just now. 480 FE a tick. Well within our capabilities, but we'll still want to ramp up as much as possible. But look, it's got some power now, isn't that nice? I haven't run cables all over Heckingon. We will need a few cables though, and we'll need some exporters. Here's one, but we'll want a couple more of these. Because I want an exporter for each one. But it's sort of, how do I want to do it? Because I've sort of been toying with the thought of adding a third. That's probably fine like this. We will need one more. So I guess I'll just plonk them directly like this. Does that make sense? Exporter. And then we'll just go like this. Bonk, bonk, bonk. So now they're all exporting? And what are they exporting? You dare ask? Will I dare reply? the goods. You'll be exporting those. You'll be exporting those. You'll be exporting these. And finally, you'll be exporting those. And then we'll dump them back into the system. And I have no idea whether this will keep up with them or not, but oh, it's 120 each, so it's 240 per set. So not even quite 500 for the 4 of them. Still, there it is. We can also increase our magmate horse if we want. I'm not sure we want, though. Oh, you actually have full power. It looks like this magmater is powering things first, interestingly. It's charging up a bit now, probably because these are actually outputting first. These are also slightly lossy as well. Even if they're full on power, they'll lose just a bit of power over time. But it's whatever. That's what they're for. Great. And we have a fuel source which we weren't otherwise using at all. So now it's just making some power. Great. Great. Maybe just enough for most of our system. A little bit foolishly because like we've got so much that's just powered by completely renewable resources. I guess that is one as well, but it's still a fuel source we have. There's also this. I've been interested in toying with some expansion and maybe in-world seeds, depending on things. We also have some quests here. What have we got? Mystical agriculture, sure. I was growing some seeds, of course. The obsidian seeds. I was just sort of going through, just looking at what do we actually need out of here. Mana still? Not really. Would be nice, but we don't really need it. Skystone? Certainly not. Prismarine? Not really. Slime steel? Cool, but no. Zombie? Nah. Skeleton? Creeper? Spider? Nothing that spawns. Balsals? Rabbit? Tin? Bronze? Blizz? Bronze might be okay, just so we don't have to mess with the induction smelter anymore. It'd be faster to have an essence and then craft that immediately. But we also have the induction smelter. Blizz seeds, silver seeds. I'm like, nah, not really, right? So just sort of going through each one, looking for things. Like again, any of the alloys would probably be nice. We might want uranium, actually. We'll see how that goes. Blaze seeds, end seeds. I wanted to do end seeds for a specific reason. We also have the niotic crystal seeds and the spirited crystal seeds. I made 4 of each and it was a relatively quick and easy. Ugh. I'll say it now. Shaders are fun, but I absolutely hate them. Tier 8. Oh my goodness. Just because I have never used the shader successfully, and that is to say, one of these. Oh no, we haven't slept. And I've had many crashes because of shaders before. And so I feel they're just quite silly and unnecessary. But that's maybe just me. And maybe a little harsh, but there you go. There's my thoughts on the subject. Ugh. She grows ever stronger. And so, with that, I won't even bother to throw it away into the ocean with you. Be gone. It may be back as well, which will be very exciting. Because now that we have some endstone essence, I actually want to make some endstone. A la this method. Look, endstone. And what can we do with the endstone? We can crush it. And then sluice it. Now, distressingly. The sluice does not work with lava. Let's scooch that just briefly. We'll break this. Replace it. Actually, should we make this a netherite one? I'm not sure. Because the endstone, once smashed, actually just goes into... Because we can do the lava, but it requires a blazing mash, which we don't have yet, because that's the empowered sluice only, which is draconic tier fusion crafting. And while we might be able to get into fusion crafting fairly soon, the draconic level is maybe a bit beyond us for now. So, with that, we'll want a water and a tank instead. Wow, what a series of numbers to put just then. Right. Yeah, we'll just make a fresh one. Ender Tonqua. You there. One under Tonqua plus. And some blue. Dye. Blue dye. Blue. Dye. Blue dye. There we go. Blue dye. And then, sure, like that. And then you will become watery. Output. Bam, she running. Now this will make crushed in stone. These things. Much of which we do have in the system, but not in here, so it's sort of gonna pile up in here. But this is what we're most interested in for now. However, let's make a bit more. Just a bit more. A few more. A couple more. Just a fair few more. Great. Chucking like 1,000. Fabulous. So that'll get to work, and we'll see how much draconium dust we get out of that. There'll be some shulker shells and some coarse flowers and some other stuff as well, but the dust is what we're most interested in at the moment. So it would be nice if we could upgrade to a blazing, but all in due time. Yes, the Phytosoil Infuser. Many things. Let's start on our reactor first, before we get too far afield. That's what our primary purpose is today. But I do want to remind myself. Let's see, hold on. What else did I want to do today? This we've got in our inventory, so that's a good reminder. But I've already forgotten. In the way of brains. I came up here going, hey, we should do that other thing real fast. But I was like, no, let's do our main thing real fast. Well, we'll remember it as we get distracted again. Perfect. I can't wait. There's also these paintings. We want to visit the Nether at some point too. That's not super urgent right now though. So let's make some power stuff. Also, since we do have essences, we can probably try to jump to the spirited reactor right away, which will produce 3.8k Fe base. Pretty okay. Uraninite from Powa. Now, we don't have essences from these yet, but we do have a ton of it stored, of the raw version. Should we just go ahead and make some seeds for it? Bonk. Additionally, I would like to make the this one. How many machines do we have downstairs? 4? 1, 2, 3, 4? Yes. Begin. It's doing it. I think because of how we have this set up, it tries to do all of the redstone stuff first because it's the primary component initially. So this will fill up with other things as it's made, and hopefully the osmium will be the next thing that comes into here, because I think it'll need to be... Well, I guess we'll see, huh? Because the other things I don't think can go in here yet. Nope. So yeah, the system can break. Unfortunate. It can break. Well, I might have to think of something a little bit more clever for it in future. I really don't want to build a bazillion of them though. Although considering we've automated the diamonds. Not quite automated. They are available. I suppose I should have just stayed down there while we had these. Elite tier installers. Sure enough. Bonk, 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 and then finally bonk. Nice. Such infuse. And we can even, if we want, go all the way. Sure, why not? That's gonna be a mess in here. I wonder if we can try to be sneaky about it. See what I'm saying? Hey, why are you going in there and not stacking where I want you to go? I want you to go there, like this, so that this gets pulled out next. See what I'm doing here? Oh, I was grabbing it at the time. Disaster. Well, this will still work, albeit slower. But not much, eh? Maybe actually once it's upgraded to the fullest version, it won't take things fast enough out of these because they're not upgraded. And it'll still work messily. Well, we'll hope for that future, eh? Cool. Here, have some XP. Delicious. Let's all lick our axe a little bit again. Delicious. Lollipops. Very nice. Good. We've done a quest. It was to grab one of those. There's the last one. Hey, do we want to make a solar generator and stuff? And the advanced solar generator? And a gas burning generator, which actually sounds like a great idea. And a bio generator, which sounds like a less great idea. Oh. A huge storage block. Thanks very much. And there's mammoth. We're not really using that at the moment. We still got stuff in here? No, it's doing fine. Great. Everything's fine. Oh my god, I'm so mixed up. Where am I? Who are these people? Why don't I have a to-do list over here? Power! Right, the seeds. There were these. Ah. Additionally. Let's just chuck all this stuff in there. I don't know how much more soul dust and smooth stone we'll need and all that other stuff. Uraninite. Can I have some seeds? Seed. Look, this is still at least power related, alright? I know you're gonna yell at me, it's fine. Everything's fine. We'll get around to everything, eventually. Hello? Just one of those. And then one of those. Thank you very much. And you shall become one of these. Pot? And actually, now that I say hopping pot, we're actually out of drawers as well. We've gone all the way around. Unless we do have the one extra here because we ran it underneath. But I was sort of thinking that we should put the nitro seeds there. Even though it's not super thematic, they should be right here. Do we have a preference? Yard chicken? Not there. Yeah, I guess yard chicken is voted. Okay. We'll follow yard chicken's advice. I've whoopsied a little. Maybe it'll be okay. Maybe it won't. We'll get these out. Good. Good. Dirt. Dirt. Bam. 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 Supreme. Receive the Supreme. And now that it is night. Huh. Our little infusing area. It's so pretty now with magical sort of things. I guess it's pretty. I like it better than I did before, but I'm still a bit about it. I'm not super sold. I like the living wood planks. I like the juxtaposition with the living rock. Uraninite seeds. Bonk. Thanks, bud. Yard chicken proves its worth. Oh god, what have we done? We must first make Phyto. Because everything unusual in the system is now headed this way. As per usual, we'll give it the one full run. I think I've sort of given up a little bit about... Can I have seeds, please? I would love some seeds. If you'd be so kind as to give us some seeds, I'd be delighted. Seed? I got extremely lucky with the other two, both making seeds in one stack. Dismay. Well, that's okay, because again, we have turtles in time. Hello? Good? You alright? And now put those in here, not in the system. Why is it doing that inventory thing again? Stop it. It doesn't like the inventory, and FPS goes to garbage. Also, we've solved the puzzle of being over here. Ploosh. By just adding another one. Just added another one. On this side. That's fine. That's enough. Actually, now that I say that, this side is still only connected with that one. Nani? Well, we have Spirited Essence right there. Well, your guess is as good as mine. Or better. Well, it's fine. It's fine. I wonder if they combine in some way. Since I added another one here, it's like, hey, I'll take care of all of these on this side. And then you can actually just start right here and then shift your influence that way. Maybe. Who knows? It doesn't matter. Here we are. Another thing checked off the list. Power. Shall we nap? Power. Fabulous. Power. Reactor time. Okay, so this. I guess for now we'll make this a smelting recipe. For now. Sure, this one, sure. And we'll actually do, I guess, the basic one, because we just want one. Or should we just do the dense? So it just makes 4 at a time. I guess we'll just do the dense. That's probably just smarter. Just say 1 to 4, and it's fine. Here you go. Smelter. Enjoy. And now we can say, hey, how about that reactor? This makes 4. We haven't even looked really in our Akashic Tome yet. I think it's like 36 is what it wants. Reactor. Storage transfer generator. Reactor. 36 reactor blocks in your hand, placing them in a 3x4 replaceable area. Interesting. Then the reactor will complete building itself automagically. Incredible. Incredible. Now, I have some thoughts as to where this might go, and I was thinking we would stuff it here initially, but it would completely fill the space. Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4 tall. And it would sort of obscure the rest of the stuff we have in here. Plus, I think we're going to have more than one reactor, ultimately. And there would be no space for cables or anything. So I think we'll have to do it down here. In the basement. Which is probably fine. Why do I have the extra cable there? Probably for another one of those, eventually. We're breaking away from that, though, so I don't know. We'll still have to do the nitro one, at least once. Which also means a single wither kill, 1G. Alright, so let us craft 36. We'll start with 4, LOL. I have to tell it to. Did you wanna do the thing? I guess I've got the rest. Fast enough. This is annoying. I don't really want to teach the system how to make the spirited reactor though, because the spirited reactor eventually would ideally become something else. Ah, that is another thing we do need to teach it, and this actually can't be done anywhere else. Is we want to teach how to make dry ice from Paua, which is just 2 blue ice, but this stays in the energizing orb, but it's pretty quick. And blue ice we can actually make via the crafting recipe of packed ice, which is just the ice essence recipe. Yes, that's how we'll do it. So before we finish the reactor, let's do that as well. You there, would you like some dry ice? Dry ice, that's how to make it, but then wait. Blue ice, thusly, but wait. Packed ice, thusly. You will receive these, and you will receive this. No! We can't go over this way. This jetpack makes me so upset. It's so uncontrollable, and I'm not really sure why. I dislike it. That's all there is to it. I hope for creative flight at some point in the future. Another reason I want to really get into the crafting of Insanium stuff, because it would really be nice to get the mystical agriculture armor set together. I don't think there is an Insanium set, but there is the Supremium set. We'll just slap those on there. And then there's a couple of these things. I don't really need wither resistance. By the time we get this, we'll be rolling in stars. Strength is a good one. Health boost is a fun one. Absorption is nice, but I don't know if it's really necessary. Pathing. Speed, maybe. Poison resistance, yes. Fall damage, yes. Speed. Step assist, we don't need. Fire resistance, sure. OMG, there it is, all the way down on 2. Oh my god. Night vision? Maybe, I guess. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, there you go. That's the 8, because each of the Supremium level takes 2, if I'm recalling correctly. We'll also need to make the tinkering table in order to do all of that. But like, these guys take quite a lot. Lots and lots of essence, because you need to make Supremium ingots, but you also need to make Supremium diamonds, and then it goes all the way down the line for each thing. So it's kind of expensive. Chicken? Hello. How you doing? Chicken's alright. Cool. Good to know. Where were we? Paua? That's a bit annoying. Why do I still have this trident? Potatoes. This is the thing we just gotta do. Come through here every so often and just pull all this junk out of here. What else we got? Some bows. Disgusting. Unenchanted bows. Ew. There must be a way. We can probably actually filter the unenchanted stuff into a trash can, but it would have to match metadata, and then it wouldn't do like the various different levels of decay. Use? Damage? Suit up! Have some potatoes. And some carrots and some nautilus shells. You can have some armor. Which will go into nugs. And then this trash can have the bows. Anyway, it's just some upkeep stuff that we really should be automating and haven't yet. Feels bad, man. Almost there, chat. Anyway. Power. Yeah, so that's what it's going to be doing. Cash tome. Plonk. 36 of them. And we'll put them down here. Right, as we were. So, I guess for now, we'll just stick it in the far corner underneath the mob spawner. One of the two sides. I don't suppose it matters too much. I suppose we'll do this side since it has most of the stuff. But we'll go wireless on it just like we've done with above. And it should produce enough power to make more power for itself. I don't have 36 of them yet. We've taunted the dry ice. We know how to make coal and redstone, I believe. There's the coal. We haven't done the redstone one. I'm a little worried about redstone essence, to be fair. I'm not sure if we'll truly have enough. Because these are the components that we'll need. We'll need dry ice, redstone, coal, and granite. Those are the 4 things you'll want into the reactor from any given time. Couple more. It's actually pretty fast, isn't it? Didn't really wait for the importer. One more set. Great, 36 of them. Quest complete. Reactor, as expected. Fabulous. And that's a decent one. A yellow laser lens. Praise the sun. Okay, reactor. Gee. It's fine, everything's fine. We want it here. Bonk 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 bonk. Hello, spirited reactor. Welcome. Good. Now, I think you can go pretty much anywhere. But I like to use the ports because they exist. So we'll do water versus another another ender tank, which will need another cauldron, ender tank, and we'll need those other blue dye. Blue ahead. There we go. Very nice. We'll plonk him right here. Plunk him right there, like that. Blue, blue, blue. Water. Output. Ah, beauteous. Full of water. Auto mode off. Sure, seems good. Because that'll happen pretty quick, since we're not really using the power right now. But then we'll need another. I got rid of them. I'm so silly. We'll need another network transmitter? Network receiver? Both, actually. If I'm recalling correctly, one of one. It needs one of each. The lighting is a bit... Well, anyway. Network transmitter. Bam. Network receiver. Network transmitter. It's fine, it's the same stuff, just opposite after all, right? Receiver. Transmitter. Network card. Network card? Network card. Ew. Read all the stuff. Ah, auto crafting. Such a delight. Now, I think what we'll do is we'll actually put this back here. And we'll go a little bit cable heavy. Move that just a little. We'll give it the bonk. Okay, a couple bonks, why not? Get out of here, Trident. It is nighttime, so I want to go outside and spirit around with the Trident. That's the whole purpose of me having it. Because I think that would be silly and fun. Hover mode? Hover mode disabled. Cool, I was already hovering. There, you can have that. 36 blocks, yep. There we go. So now, we come on over here. She's on. We'll get a couple cables. We're a little bit out of range. Scooch over here. Cable. I've only got 3 for now. Ridiculous. No, what have I done? Control click. Got so much stuff. It's not so bad. It's fine. Everything's fine. And we'll do some more exporters. Do we need more than the one? Probably not. Because we can export everything that we want through just the one exporter. Oopsies. Oopsie poopsie. Plonk. So if we tell you... So strictly speaking, the only thing we really need to have come out into this is uranite. Uranite. No, no, no. No, no, no. Processed uranite. Give us a stack to start, love. We'll probably also want... Actually, here. Just grab the one for now. We'll want a crafting card, won't we? Okay, and so, crafting card, where did we go? There it is. Pow. How are you not done yet? I probably used some of the stuff to make some of the stuff. That do happen. Okay, crafting upgrade. So now, crafting on demand. Yep. Our exporter will know, hey, if we don't have whatever we put in there, just go ahead and make it. So now, here she comes. Power. Jittering. 32k FE. That's much more than we were expecting. It's actually generating less as the power goes on. But there's more. We can also export some boosters. Coal. And redstone. And we can export them via the same device. Bonk bonk. Now, ooh la la, we're getting the real stuff. And should we run out of coal or redstone, we have the essence to go back on. Well, this will also stop soon. So it's actually making a fair amount of power. Good. And this is not even the highest tier. And it'll slowly wind down as it's full. We'll stop when it's full and start when it's less than 70%. So the reactor should no longer be running. which means the temperature I think will slowly drop. But it's okay. And so now we have a big source of energy. Very nice. And it's fully automated, for the most part. So it's fully automated so long as we don't run out of everything. Great. And for not a whole lot. Is it still nighttime? Can we find it drowned? Actually, one thing I do want to do, I want to go check out that thing that was down there. Whoosh. Hey, should we swim there first in our sea moth, which we're not using like at all? Sea moth. She turns like an adulpated squirrel. Hey, bud. Oh, yes, here. It is a dome. Ah, spawners. And some chests or barrels. Still got a lot of power. How's our air's doing okay? Hello? Ah, yes. And things are spawning. Okay. I've got a thought for this. Actually. Let us breach the surface. Oh, it's using my jetpack as well. That's annoying. Well, it is what it is. Ploosh. Where's our base? Hello, base? Where did I put you? I have a thought for this. Which I think will work. Not sure it will work, but I think it'll work. Because we have... torch? Yes. The Ferroflare Lantern from Torchmaster. Well, it's cheap. Oh, quest complete. That was a quest. Outstanding. Is that a misc? Misc. Huh. Ferroflare Lantern. I suppose we should go ahead and do the Dread Lamps and Mega Torch and stuff as well. At a time. Let's not even worry about... Where was it? There it is. So I think... Ploosh. Yeah, like it was actually faster just to fly out here. And we'll just bonk it on top. Hey, suck it down, you suckers. And this will just light up this whole dome. And they'll be like, spawners? Ha, what spawners? I say to you, ha, what spawners indeed. Although if our... well, it should be close enough. Maybe. It might not be close enough to be loaded. We'll go back. But then we can have some spawners, actually, and that would be nice when we do stuff like blood magic. Hey, why do we still have a cobblestone floor? Disgusting. I've just only realized. Disgusting. What do we want? Do we want some sort of... what floor do we want? It must be stone or something like that down here. The stone is still like our bounding block. Smooth stone? I'm a big fan of smooth stone and their slabs version of it. So we don't really need the slabs anymore though. Smooth. Smooth stone. Hey, what if I was to ask you to make me a bunch of smooth stone? Wait. No. Oh, it's still crafting, OMG. It probably got stuck because of our little problem. Where does this go? Smelter? Smelting factory. Bam. Stone. Probably this got a bit gummed up. Sure enough. What did you still need? Bruh. This? You need the obsidian dust, which is actually probably not cleared on this. This one. Ooh, I see. We do have the problem in that they go through here to get infused, but they also go through here? No, that's not right. This is just these. That's fine. That is what it should be. Pretty sure. Go on in there. Is that working? There we go. That's the rest. There she goes. Okay. It's not perfect. In the end, it may be better to just have a whole bunch of them to do the 4, one for each of the different infusing types. I just don't like doing that necessarily. Especially not early on, it's a bit wasteful. But we probably have enough stuff, considering we have both obsidian and diamonds just being made. Wait! Smooth! We want this. Let's get like this many. It's a heckin' job. Let's put away our brand new laser lens. Beautiful, thank you very much. Into the chest with you. Oh, our yellow. Our yellows are overflowing with passion. Very nice. Then a range add-on. Tier 1. Nice, I suppose. We should get some. Start upgrading our cable network as well. It's true. It needs to be said. Exchanging gadget. This is what we want. And we'll say, hey there. Would you like some smooth stone? I feel like you probably do. And then what is the? I think I don't have the control changed yet. Control gadget. It's like. Building gajos. Settings menu. Great. Mop. Wait. Press and hold, my friend. Range. A bazillion. I don't want a bazillion actually, because it'll start getting those, I think. No, we need connected textures. Or connected surface. Yes. Connected surface. Fabulous. So go all the way back here to the very backity back. Pow. And I used all that we had, actually. How far did you go? You should be good, right? Shouldn't be that bad, right? I guess I severely underestimated how much actually we have. What a bug. Yeah. Severely underestimated. Do we like this? Is this better or is this actually kind of bad? Additionally, do you have any cool chiseled alternates? No, seems you don't. Whoa, seared paver. Well, I'm not sure now. I kind of like it, but at the same time I don't. I think cobblestone out here is maybe fine, but maybe we should have this be out here. And just get rid of all of our slabs altogether. What do we want in place of this then? I usually like something kind of dark. Do we want wood? We've got dark oak up here. I think that's quite nice. I don't want it to be too dark. Not too dark, he says, contemplating skystone. I think actually my problem is that it's too tiled. The tiling itself makes it a bit... Well, tell you what, for now we'll do the rest of it here. And worry about the rest after. Do we get it all? Let's go down and look. How we doing? Kind of. Yep. Feels bad. Not the disc. Here, have a bunch of slabs. Let's actually maybe we'll Maybe I'll throw them away. I don't know. Be gentle. Okay, anyway. It's better than cobble for now for the inside. We'll say that. I'm not sure I like it though. Not supposed to be any marble. There is. Marble chisel. There is marble. And there's the various kinds. There's marble seeds as well. Oh my gosh. What if we were to just take a look at some marble? What do we think about that? Well, it's very light. I was initially thinking for like the kitchen. Well, this is our studio apartment. We could put some more carpet if we wanted. But you know, I kind of like it. We can play with it because we have chisel. Okay. 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 Alright. I ain't mad at it. I didn't quite get all of it. So now we'll go underneath. What are we missing? Just some actual ones. Oh, what? Oh yes, of course. I'm a silly goose. Those are still slabs there. Bonk. Ooh, that wasn't spoopy or anything. The lava! Okay, cool. Sure, that's fine for now. And then we'll probably do a half slab underneath to stop like the lava drips and stuff, because we don't want to see those. Cool. Smoothstone, you were an idea. Actually, another thing I want to do. What does it take to get to like 30 levels? That's not a whole stack. What about this many? 37 levels? Because something we should really do. Jump to 30 levels. Cool. Is we'll lapis. And then enchant the old exchanging gadget here. Because I think it's basically like 100% chance to get Silk Touch. Yeah. Because that's all it can have. And now we've got Silk Touch. Hooray! And now we can break stuff without breaking stuff. So we can still use marble, but maybe we'll choose like, we'll change out the smooth marble floor for like some sort of laboratory sort of block that feels maybe a bit better. Wouldn't that be kind of nice? And we'll do some sort of brick or an industrial thing over here. We've got some options. Why do I have a bed in my inventory? That's troublesome. Where does this bed come from? Why do I have a bed? Why do I have a white bed? How long have I had this white bed in my inventory? The entire time? Here, have a bed. Enjoy. Great. Okay, that's much better. I don't know if it's a permanent replacement, but it feels good. I usually prefer a darker floor and a lighter ceiling, but it's kind of a dismal workshop. So maybe this is quarterbash. Let's get a bit more carpet. Look how silly we're being. Just be a little bit silly. Carpet. Red wool. Red dye. OMG. Red dye. Have a bunch of red dye, why not? Let's make some red wool. And that's probably actually enough. A red carpet. The 3 that I want. There, the bedroom's complete. Incredible. A little bit cozier. Do you want some stuff in front of, like, normally I'd like one in front of the sink, but it's fine. I'm sad there's no more water from that. Well, there you go. Maybe that was broken. Clicking for water? No good. Should we check? Looks pretty lit up to me. Let's go on in. Hello? Nice. What have we got? Skeleton spawner? Some sweet loots. A stray spawner, alright. Break a blue barrel, which we hadn't done yet. A fridge! We got another fridge. Nice. Oh, and a chisel. Alright. A zombie spawner. Very nice. Ooh, fruit salad. What do we got here? Drown spawner. Okay. What is this? Maybe a creeper spawner? Sure. Ooh, a butcher's cleaver. Well, we really don't need this one, but we also don't have it. R? Which one was it? Gosh. Was it R? Range overlay. Get out of here. Trinket UI. Toggle sale. Sure recipe. That one will remain. I guess. We super duper don't need it, but there it is. Do we want any of these spawners? Maybe the stray would actually be the best one, because I don't think the stray ever drops armor. No, creeper's probably best, I guess, in that case. Because it's only ever going to drop gunpowder, right? Maybe some creeper heads. Because we've got these cardboard boxes. I guess we'll leave the others for now. Cool. That was exciting. And we'll just leave the Ferro Lantern as well. A-okay. Swim up, please. Having some difficulty with up. I could have sworn there was a chicken here for a moment. I'm not sure about this. Generally speaking, I like it. I like both the paintings and the Skystone small brick. But then transitioning into the light panel I don't like. Maybe we can live with it? I don't know. I don't even know what I would need this floor for. I just wanted to finish it off. Anyway. What? Hey! Here you can have that. And this. And that. And that. And this. And that. And that. I really don't need any fruit salad with our axe. Here, you can melt this down. Enjoy having 2 extra iron. Thanks very much. Get some mana diamonds. Chuck them in the old Britannia chest. A little neglected. There you go. I also think we want to expand this, but we'll probably expand another area this way and have another farming plot. I want to see what this does. The Phytosoil Infuser. I am curious. Have a natural growing area instead of only just the greenhouse. I have a thought that it would be kind of good. Oh, it's the slime that's out there, along with the chicken. I was trying to remember. And this is our house chicken and greenhouse chicken. Look, another egg. A boon. A blessing. Great. Oh man, we're a little late for our break. Let's do that. Let's take a little breaky break. The other thing I was going to do was What's it called? Compact. There. Wall. Item tunnel. Some of this action. Maximum? Sure, why not? Compact machines. We'll do that when we get back. So let's take a quick little break. Take a little stretch. Refresh our coffee. Be right back, chat. And we're back with calming regular Minecraft music. Nice. Quests? Hello. A charging station? Copy paste gadget? Destruction gadget? We don't need a lot of these. But we're gonna get into these. Oh, it wants all of them anyway. Well, maybe that's fine. Maybe that's fine. Exploration? Oh, blue barrel. We've done it. Cursed Earth. Nice. I think we already have some. But nice all the same. If we ever decide we want to go to the... Oh, name is 404. Nice. I like that. Can't find. Unknown. Hello. Hello. But if we ever decide to change over from our blurst Earth, for whatever reason, we can. Compact machines. Quests. Mystical agriculture. Did we make another one? Oh, the United Seeds. That's true. And another crystalline chest plate. I've already got a couple of these. We'll toss them in the old machine. I guess. Sure, why not? Let's drain our levels again. Floosh. There you go. Heck yeah. Get the goods. Cool. Next. I suppose we'll start at the beginning, shall we? No, what's a pane? Is that what's a any pane, right? Yeah, okay. What we got here? A book? You know how to make this stuff? You know how to make this stuff? Go for it. It's always gotta be a book. Build a better book. A Game Boy. Boy! I'll just do one of these, I suppose. Sure. We don't have Enderman Essence. I don't know that we'll need it necessarily. There it is. A personal shrinking device. Hold shift for details. Got it, yeah. One classic Game Boy. Very nice. We'll take that off the old list. What do you want actually in the quest chain? Misk. Now you want a tiny, a small, a normal, a large, a giant, and a maximum. Tell you what. Oh, wonderful. A boat of obsidian. Let's just make each one, I suppose. Do we need none? Compact machine walls? You can just make them now, I suppose. Make a stack to start. We'll need a bunch. With any luck, it will use the previous one? Nice, it does. Me gusta. Ooh, look at this. It's getting fancy. We don't have these yet. Those are expensive. Giant. Obscene. Ba 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 ba. Maximum. Cool. We're doing well. We're doing well. Thanks for asking. How are you? Good. So now we have an enormous compact machine. We'll want... actually, we don't even need item tunnels or redstone tunnel now that I say that. We should be good without either of those. Where do we want to plonk this? I'm not entirely sure. We can, for now, plonk it here, I suppose. Here? It doesn't too much matter. And then... Oh, speaking of, did we ever set home set? Well, we've set it now, just in case, right? Womp womp. Ah, we are now inside the machine, the compact machine. What we don't have is a wireless transmitter, so we'll want a couple things. So in this space, what we're going to use this first one for, it's going to be a little bit redonkulous. Rocket League games? Yeah, nice. I wish you well. Many goals, many flips and boosts. Let's hop back out. What we're gonna want to do in there is expand our Inferium production. Hello, chicken. We'll need these. Maybe not 305 of them, but we'll need some. The best way for us to do the majority of this work is gonna be through... Let's see. I suppose we'll want... Nope, not that. What am I being so silly? Refined. We're going to want another one of these. Hold on. Did you not finish in time? The exporter again. Receiver. Transmitter. Now, I'm not sure how much power this will cost us. Maybe a lot. Because this will be through dimensions. Even though it's not physically very far. We'll toss those in there. Because it'll be in here. So we'll want our other... Oh, hover. Transmitter. Le bank. And then, here, let's just put this trident over here. I want to use it on something, but it's sort of silly right now. Did we put our Game Boy away? What have I done with my Game Boy? Oh my gosh. It's right there. I'm blind. It's right there in my inventory, right where I had set it. I am foolishly blind. Alright, where's our middle? Here-ish. Seems about right. Bonk, bonk. And let's just see how many blocks away this is. Compact machines, compact world. I don't know how much power that will want from us. 64 FE attack for the 3 of them. Okay, great, everything's fine. And so now it's a bit ball chasey. Too true. Alright. We'll need exchanging gadget. I think we're done with you for now. Let's see. We'll want a wireless transmitter in there as well, maybe? One of these lads? Because it'll surely be out of range of this one. Even though it should have connection now. Hello? Yeah, so no wireless transmitter in range. We can plonk one directly on top of this. Just to be able to hold our stuff in there. Ah, nice and toasty one. Okay, great. So that gives us our wireless. So now we have connectivity in here. Or should. Bomb! There's our system. Fabulous. And in here, what we're going to want is a lot of pots. Hopping bonsai pot. Botany pots. Let's make just an absolute boat ton of them. What? 0 boost. You just took it. What is the teammate even for? OMG. Rude. Okay, we'll need some more clay. And rather than going through the rigmarole of using the jars for clay, let's teach this thing how to make regular clay. Clay. Okay, there's no direct essence for the big one. Well, that's fine. We're storing it in the thingy, and this will make those. I could have sworn we had done this one already. Maybe no, though. You see any clay in there? Yeah, clay balls. Water essence, dirt essence. You know how to make clay balls. Look, we don't need this. We already know this one. Get out of here. But it doesn't know how to convert, I guess. Even though it's stored like that. 1 verse 3. Rude. Jace. When your own teammates are against you. People just get greedy. They want to be engaged. They want to play. Fair enough, I guess. But jeez, come on. It's still a team game. Alright. We'll teach this one as well, I suppose. Just since I'll need those since it doesn't have them stored, strictly speaking. Great. So now, hop, hop, hop. We'll just do a stack. And now we can make it. Bam. That'll take a sweet minute, though. Speaking of, did we ever finish those mech? Sure did. Ultimate tier. Oops. Shift. Gross. Yes. All of this melting. And look, there's 2 extra spots. I can't even keep up with the inserter. Very nice. Without speed upgrades, that is. I could surely keep up with. Quests? We did a bunch. Mechanism. The big stuff. Nice. What do we get? A diamond helmet with a probe. The 1 probe. Thanks. Don't know if we can actually use that. We'll chuck it in the bin. Not the bin. The box. Great. And then we have, of course, all of these misc ones. Because we just blasted through the entirety of compact machines because we had all of this stuff already. Very nice. Mob imprisonment tool. I love it. Thank you very much. Teleportation wand? Sure. Spider seeds. And we'll get a crush reward for spider seeds as well. Isn't that nice? Spider seeds. I don't know that we need it in particular right now, but there you go. Mystical agriculture, spider seeds. Do 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 do. A cyan laser lens. Praise the sun. Our expansion grows ever larger. Wonderful. Alright, great. So now, those are still cooking. While we're waiting on those to cook up, let's grab a bunch of seeds. Not that one. Seed. This one. And we'll want 300 these Inferium Seeds. We'll grab a stack of them, because that's all we're making for now. We'll do more. And we have a couple options here. We have a couple options on how much we want to expand this ridiculousness. So, what soil will you grow in? So they specifically still need the mystical soil, it looks like. So what's the highest tier that we can make 64 of right now? Let's check. Because it'll pay for itself eventually. I'm tired of climbing up here. Let's convert them all down. Okay, so not quite Supremium. Shall we just do the 52 Supremium for now? I sort of want to do the whole 64 though. And I'm pretty sure if we change this into farmland, we can then recycle the farmland and we lose our dirt, but we'll get the essence back. So we can break them all and upgrade them later without too much trouble. That seems like a good idea. There we go. Cool, so we'll do 64 Imperium Essence for now. I don't know why it doesn't like that top row inside that machine, but it sure don't. Ouch, my legs. It looks like our pots are done as well. Pot. This is 5, not 64. This is 5. I don't know if you noticed that this is only 5. It's maybe because we didn't have the clay? Look, man, I don't know. I was gonna make 2 stacks of them now. That's also fine. We'll eventually try to expand this thing ridiculously. Possibly too much. Pots. Pepper pots. Okay, well, as that's working, they will be available in the thing. Let's also make drawers. We'll want a bunch of these, though. Many drawers. Many. Begin. It's done. That was quick. Okay, great. Oh, I tried to go down again, but we're already at the bottom level. Great. Pot. That's what we're waiting on. These. They're working, though. So, let's lay it out. I'll also probably want some trim. Trim doesn't actually matter. It doesn't matter at all. How will we want to do it? Let's arbitrarily choose the south side. So, thus. Okay. How far can we get with this? Okay. For now. There. Toxic teammates. Too true. Jeez Louise. Hop. The hop. Hip, hop, the hippity hip, the hip, hip, hippity hop. We'll need some dirt as well, actually. We'll be back. Dirt. 1 stack dirt, please. Thanks very much. Hop. We're back. Hopper. Okay. Journal. No. bag. There it is. And the hoe? OMG, did I put it away? Possibly. We did. Oopsies. Okay, pal. 64 essence. Oh, look, made some extra. Are you still making them? That's fine if you are. Great. 64. 64. Oh my gosh. Lots of stuff. Will this be efficient? No way, Jose. But it'll probably work. And it's stackable. Do I play? I have played, but I do not frequently play. And I'm pretty garbage at it because I do not frequently play. But it is an interesting game. Yeah. You know, you know. Okay. Well, let's just... Wow, got him. Next. Enjoy some farmland. Boom, 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 boom. I'm trying to think how I ultimately want to have all this stuff pulled out. Brink of Champ. Nice. Because we can pull from our drawers, but we're probably also going to want to have void upgrades on all of these. It's going to be a little interesting. Let's get them planted for now. Because we're only interested in one thing ultimately. These will eventually completely fill. Oh my gosh, it's already a bit silly. Yeah, nice, that grow time. They have begun. And this is what we want. The essence. You got 1.4k of them already. Cool. So this will be a bit interesting because we're storing it in two different places. Let's check, because this is where we want our primary storage to be, is in this drawer here. Of course it's empty because it's being emptied into the thing. And then this one is priority 100. Okay, great. So that should be higher than the priority we have set over here, which is I think like 10. Ploosh. What do we got? Priority 10. Yes. And on this one, priority 10. Great. Those are equivalent, as they should be. So whenever we export into the system, it should try to put it into... Let's have a couple nibbles of our axe. Nice. It'll try to put it into this drawer first, and it should always be able to because this drawer is going to be exporting directly into that pretty much at all times. Speaking of, while we're working on it though, pipes. Let's make an upgraded pipe thing. The big one. Oh! Ultimate upgrade. Infinity pipe upgrade? No idea. That was a quest as well. Very nice. Put that in here. Journal. Misk. Pipe. Accept. Slime steel seeds. Cool. I don't think we're using anything that's still a slime steel. These are our tools are slime steel. But that's also not really necessary. Hey, slime steel seeds though, that's nice. Wait, they don't go in there. That's not where the materials go? They go in here. But then we also journal. Slime steel seeds. Mystical agriculture. Slime steel. Fabulous. And they give us squid seeds. Oh. Nice. They give us a mob fan. I really don't think there's anything we need squid seeds for. Ooh, Heart of the Sea. I spoke too soon. I don't know if we'll need this, but hey, cool. There it is. It exists. All right, let's go back in. Whoosh. Hello? I want to go ahead and... So we're going to import from here. Oh, you know what we also need to do? Is chunk load that. Very important. Okay, this chunk is now loaded. It wasn't loaded before, so these weren't going while we were gone. It'd be a real problem. So I think what we're going to do this should be fine, because these won't produce very fast, even at their fastest. So just make like a bunch, I don't know. And we'll draw stuff out with the pipes. I don't know if pipes have retrievers actually now that I've said all this. That might be nice. And then we can skip that side. This one will go here. Good. Something like that. And then you'll get a row. Good. And I think the way I'm going to want to try to do this... Okay, now they're all connected. Cool. Is everything will dump into a single drawer, but it'll be a specific drawer. A Pacific drawer. Pacific drawer. This one. Plonk. Let's turn that around. Thus, the quantify shouldn't matter. The drawer will matter. Okay? So this is going to be the only input on the entire thing. Everything else will be an output. But this will be locked to these. So the only thing that'll get pulled out of these is the essence, because that's the only thing that can go in here. Right? Right. Great. And then we'll use an importer. Do you want an advanced one? I don't think we need an advanced one. Wow, what am I doing? To go from there into the system. Perfect. That's the idea. Now I made this, but I don't know if it can... No. This has to go into an upgraded side, which is like an output. So actually this won't be helpful for us. I was going to do this for filter, so like that would be the only thing it accepts, but I think with the drawer it'll be fine. And we made this a little foolishly, but there we go. We can still use this on like the some of our other systems maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I guess it was a quest anyway, so there's that. And pipe wrench. Oopsies. Oopsie poopsie. Bam. No, it still pulled it out. But where are you putting it? Well, where it's putting it is actually every single other one that's not connected yet. But that doesn't really matter. And on to the next. Bonk, 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 bonk. bonk, 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 bonk. Huh. And bonk, 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 bonk. Actually, I suppose, this being said, we made all these drawers. Well, it doesn't really matter. I guess it was more efficient to make the 4 drawers anyway. It uses less total wood in the end. Because what a great idea I've just had. Well, I don't know if it's a great idea. It is an idea. Oh, that's... Okay, so now it's trying to route all that stuff. And it's like, I don't know where to put all of this, but what about if we had another one of these? Actually, it doesn't matter which one we use. We have these. Do we want to void the seeds? I'm thinking yeah, because we already have a bazillion of them. Right, so look, now it has a home for the seeds. Cool. And now it has a home for the essence. Cool. And we'll lock that. Quantify it because we can. And we'll install a single void upgrade in this bad boy. So now all of these will always pull out every single thing it's got inside. This will take all of the seeds and all of the essence. I guess that's fine, right? What is it called? I was gonna say, how do we have not like 10 bazillion? There. For giggles. Great. And so then this will fill up to its 512 of each of those and then void. And it might only do the first 2. I'm not sure. Maybe we do. Drewer. Maybe we do. That's really silly, but maybe we do. Because it's the only thing that should go in there anyway, but, you know. Okay, great. So now, all of them have a home. These will go in here, they do not void. These will go in here, they do void. They will void. They are voiding. Great, so now none of these were overrun. Fantastic. And we can start another row of them, if we're so inclined. We can fill the entire room with them, if we're so inclined. Meanwhile, have that. Importer. Now this one might want the speed upgrades. And I suppose we could put the pipe on here actually. Nah, I don't know if that works. Row. Can I? Can we get to the bottom of that? What if we were... Is this dumb? Is this maybe a dumb thing that I'm gonna try to do? Is this dumb or smart? Am I dumb or smart? Probably dumb. But maybe I'm smart? But I'm probably dumb. It worked, but it didn't connect. Unless... Maybe we need to leave and come back. How you doing? OMG, we are super tarp. This is a small thing that I did not consider. Do we have a teleportation wand of any kind? Yes. With no energy in it. There it goes. Ooh, that's a problem. Guess what? We just figured out a way to get out of there. Which is also cool, because we now have the entirety of this void dimension to play with. Cool. Very exciting. However, this is now broken, which makes me a heckin' sado. I can also make this whitelist. This, I suppose. This is what I want, though. Hey, bud. Whitelist. Not that it matters. If you were a network receiver and wanted to do a thing, why would you be a network receiver? So please do the thing. Hey? Hey, bud? Hey, bud? Compact world? How about it? Okay, it's working. Is your number going down? It is. It is importing. Slowly. And this is not the best. I'll freely say. But it does work, I guess. We can sort of survive inside that tiny space we've made for ourselves. Cool. Let's put these blocks over there again. Fabulous. So now this will slowly but surely and steadily make the thing. Let's make a stack upgrade and a couple speed upgrades. Thanks, bud. We want to make 3 speed upgrades. Did you? There. Great. Well, now this will fastify this to maximum extent. And she's empty. Cool. We love it. We love it. And look, we've already got 74 more seeds. We can continue expanding this. How much do we want to? All of it? Acacia this time. Wow. All right. Begin. And work, please. You know what's probably happening? It's probably making extra clay, but it thinks its reserve of the different clays are both... So it's only sending so much, but then it only has so much. That's probably an incompatibility in what we've done here. Because we have a drawer of clay someplace there, it's thinking, oh, we've got this much clay. Yeah, we don't actually have any clay anymore. We might change that to something else. Maybe we'll change that to cobalt, even though it's a bit silly. Because we don't even have very much. We have a spot for titanium, right? Titanium, yes. We don't have a spot for cobalt, though. I think it's because since we have a drawer, it's making a bunch, but then it's putting it into the system to store it, and then it thinks it has some of the other ones, and it's getting confused. Look. All these different... Yep, okay. No problem. Hey, we'll do, cobalt, can you be tripled? can be enriched. You cannot be tripled. Okay, we'll just chuck it. Oh, actually, it doesn't work in there either. It does have to go in here. Ah, that's fine. Enrich. Split on. Project on. Making the stuff. Cool blat. For now, we're gonna need to... And this might actually shove it into the system by itself because it's making it. Oh no, it won't. Oh, it made those. Disaster. Hover is off, hover is on. Bonk, 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 bonk. Oh, okay. Guess what? Guess what? Chicken butt. Coming out of there. Oh my god. This jetpack is so awful, actually. Just... Okay. Where are you? There you are. You son of a gun. Cut that out. For God's sake. And then we'll go plonk it back into place. It's so slippery, it's not cool. Great. And now I can have all this junk back. Cool. Yeah, because it immediately started pulling all of this stuff out. All the things in here that wouldn't fit. We do have a space for chorus flowers. Look at this. 43 to chromium dust. Outstanding. So now... it wants 15 more clay. And then a bunch more. Those did get finished. And I'll tell it to make, I don't know, a bunch of clay. And clay can just be stored in the system. Did it immediately shove all of it over there? Hmm. This will make, probably it's making a bunch more pots. It's fine though. It is fine. Great. We're back. That's right. We're stuck in the wall. We need to do a little teleplot. Very useful. Thank you very much. And we'll make those for now. I'll need to wrenchy. There she is. And you're gonna come out of there? You're gonna come out of there? So even if things went in, it don't matter now. It's a little awkward. It's not perfect. But it's fine. Pipes? Because these will also connect to here. But I don't want that. But how silly we're going to be about it. This silly, I guess? For tidiness' sake? Cool. We'll set that over there for now. We'll need pots on each of these. We don't have the dirt. We haven't got the dirt for that. Yet. Okay, so we needed, what was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. What? That doesn't make sense. 13? Did I get that wrong? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No, it is 13. Okay. So 26. 26? 26 more dirts. Which we probably have at least some of. Bwomp. 26 of these. We'll just do like this for now. We'll do the 1 row to start. Teleportation wand, we'll need that again actually. And then, can we have 26 more? The answer is yes. However, it's managed. Just barely enough. Womp. Teleportation wand, you are a treat. Then we'll need this, and we'll need our dirt. Dirt. Okay, good. It didn't make like a bazillion regular farmland as well. I was a little worried, I'll admit. This is probably not the most efficient setup either. But it's working. Because I suppose the most efficient setup would actually be another row of rows immediately next to this one. Because it doesn't need this space. We should fix it, shouldn't we? Let's fix it. And then see how many more we need, filling up this extra space. We'll need to move this guy a little. Where do we want to put this one? Maybe at the end here? That's maybe not the best. We'll figure it out. It can go there for now, at the very least. All in the name of efficiency. Cool. So this actually goes right here. Of course we'll need to say it. Nope. The pipes actually seem a bit smart about this. I don't know if it's a routing thing where this one just didn't get that far. But either way, it seems pretty smart about it. Alright, we'll actually move these. I should have done the math first. This will be a row. This will be a pipe, this will be a rope, this will be a row. Wait. No, this can stay. This will be a pipe. Maybe we'll figure out one side and then mirror it. We'll figure it out, we'll figure it out. Yeah. It'll have to be like that. this one. Oh, I goofed up. It's fine. Okay. We'll have to change it all. We'll figure it out. Okay, so in the end it basically ends up about the same, but we scored ourselves one more row. Okay. And we'll have to move this here. Oh no, but we want it here. It's fine, right? Wireless. One of these. It's the only thing I'll import. Wait, and back can you get? So now you're the final destination of that one. I suppose we can move this one over here to mirror it on this side, and this does nothing. This just hangs out being a voiding drawer. And this row is empty, so that's fine. Question mark? Oh, these are screwed up. Right? If we're mirroring it. I mean, it really, literally doesn't matter, I believe. But if we want to do it with a proper mirror, well, it should be mirrored. Wait, no. They all face the same way. This side just faces this way now. Nani? That's fine. We'll make it work. Drawer of drawers. Okay, pots. Oh, I don't like that. We're being so silly right now, but I want it to look nice. Even though it doesn't really matter. I want a repeatable pattern. Okay, so we need 14 more. We've got a couple. Turns out with our clay issue fixed, we've got a couple. Good. Nope. Yes. Yes. Much better. Symmetry. Can't feels better, man. Start filling the soil. We'll need some extra, but that's okay. Okay, so we need 14 more of that soil, which I don't know if we can make as it is. We'll have to figure it out. It's fine. We'll start planting. Just keep growing ASAP. Oh, that'll bug me a little. I sort of like them growing all in a row in the order we've entered them, you know? But now that one is going to be out of order and grow strangely. It's the worst. It's fine. Actually, it's fine. Okay, let's check all of our cables. This one looks to be done and in good order. This one is not. It needs this side to come out. Good. And this side will need both. Boom, 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 boom. It's probably still best to have a 4x4 or 2x2, just in case it somehow, the odds are very low, but if it somehow produces all three things at once, it'll need a spot for all three. And if we had just a single drawer, it might not output it because it doesn't have a place for all three items. But if it's a hopping one, like a regular hopper, it may have a buffer for the items. So it would put the one in, not have space for the next, but then that one item would get pulled out. Then it would put the next one in, so on and so forth. It would still slow it down a bit in that unlikely event. Cool. Let's put that away. Seems interesting, eh? We do need the dirt. We have plenty of seeds, but we'll do need 14 more dirt. So 14 more of EGOTs. We'll finally have to break it down. There you go. You can have those back. Don't worry, you'll be back in no time. This is investment. 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 Did we put our hoe away again? There it is. Dirt. The dirtiest dirt you've got available, please. I require some really dirty dirt. Can I have that back? In we get. Pow. Ah, we'll need another cable as well. Plonk. I don't like this, but it is what it is. It would be nice to be able to scooch out of here without teleporting. But it's okay. Okay, 14 seeds, please. Okay, check it out already. Nice. Okay, great. It's working. And the only thing that bothers me is that is happening right there. I wonder if we had the drawer here, if it would actually boost us up. But then we'd have to do something else with the wireless connector, and that's no bueno. Great. And if we want, we can just expand this ever higher, should we so desire. Ridiculous. But it's working. So we'll get some essence. And over time, we'll get even more essence. And then even more essence. And then even more essence. Maybe we'll start up a second round just for giggles. No. Yes. 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 And look, that one's already connected. We will lose a little bit because of the necessity of the cable. That's okay, isn't it? Do they stop growing as well? No, they're still growing fine. Good, good. Yes, yes, yes. It's a little awkward and weird, but it's fine. I'll be able to see into these ones, but that doesn't matter. Because again, this stuff doesn't stay in there. Comes out pretty right quick. Right pretty quick. With a quickness. Huh? No! Gods. Yeah, it does make a lot of drawers real fast, though. I'll give it that. A lot of drawers real fast. Okay, cool. That's probably not enough either, but that's okay. Look at this. It's kind of nice. It's a bit ridiculous as well, but it's kind of nice. Gosh, we're out of time. Well, just know we'll continue with this motif. Ugh. One, 2 plus 13? 15? Should actually make us 15 this time as well. There's one. Incredible. Well, it's on the way. The insanity has begun. We can do a little bit more while we're waiting. Pipes. Let's see if that's enough. I rather doubt it, but maybe. Yeah. Good, good, yes. All this kerfuffle will be fixed as soon as we pull all this stuff out of the drawers. We don't quite have enough. Just shy. Just a little bit shy. Chuck those out. Of course, I gotta do the old. Come on out of there for all of them. That one stays like it is. These get disconnected. Yep, yep, yep. We're gonna ask all you, come on out of there. Come on out of there. Come on out of there. And you as well. Find another location of interest for yourselves. These, those. No, no, no. That one stays. Careless of me. Excuse me. Those are the only ones that stay. Because that's where those go. Can you imagine? Oh, man. And since there's nothing flowing between these, it should be fine. Like lag-wise. And since this is also in its own dimension, it should be fine. Oh, it'll help. Almost done. That's a bit fisted, isn't it? Yes. Pots? Pepper pots? Great, done with that. How are we doing? 15. I have some quandary. No, that's correct. That's correct. That is how much we asked for, and it is in fact how much we got. And how much we needed. Great. Incredible, the second tier has begun. And if we really wanted, we could go to the top. And this would just be disgusting Inferium farm. It's a little silly as well, because the waste of resources is a bit high, but it's whatever. It's whatever. I wonder if it's always day in this void world. You know, I just wonder. Where's the sun? She moving? She moving. It is not always day in this world. Well, I'll suffocate if I teleport there. I don't want that. I was probably trying to put me all the way on the bottom. Cool. Alright, we'll know not to go outside anymore. And that's fine. Yeah, it's getting the goods. It's getting the goods. This will quickly fill up to 1,000, and then expire. That'll be nice. But good, yeah, fantastic, fabulous, stupendous, colossal. It's wonderful. So we'll leave it there for now. We've been wildly successful, I would generally say. We have a pretty nice Inferium farm coming in out of the compact machine. Very nice. Slipped this over into that. We've got this going on. Take those out. Ender Lily Seeds will also have a home, I suppose. Let's actually go sort these manually. You go in there. And you go in there. Great. I suppose one last thing we'll do before we leave today, the very last thing, is we'll replace a ring with a dislocator. The item dislocator. Very nice. We'll need a bit of draconium dust and a bit of draconium dust. The only thing we're missing here is an Eye of Ender. We'll plonk that on in. And that gives us the dislocator, which was not a quest, interestingly enough. And then we'll need a couple of draconium dust into ingots. We'll take them. You can chuck those in there. And we'll say, hey, how about one of them there? Item dislocators. Slot curio. We'll turn it on for now. I'm not sure if we'll keep it in our inventory or not. We've got quite a few things, but this frees up a ring slot. I don't suppose. It'll go in any curio slot. From the ring slot, I guess, for now. I'm not sure if we have anything for a lot of these slots. Do we have anything that goes in our charm? Charm, living armor socket. There's a living armor socket? A living armor socket. So that goes into the living armor. So living armor has sockets again. Interesting. Well, good to know. It was one of the things I liked the most. Charm. Charm. I typically don't care too much about... The flux capacitor might be a thing. There's also one from Draconic Evolution. A capacitor. I don't know if it still exists, of course. Draconic being what it is. Who knows these days? An unbound dislocator, point to point. We've got point to points. Sure. An information tablet. Probably worth. However, we're out of time. So leave it there for now. We've done splendidly. I feel generally pretty good about all of our progress today. We'll toss that in there. Good, good, good. So until next time, friends, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And we'll have to get to that next time. Keep on cooperating. Bye.